I need a knife. Alright. So just not a lot of garlic. Just, maybe one head per steak. Get them on there. Rub them in there. I know I need more. So we're going to do this. I'm going to finish garlicking my steaks because it's going to take a few minutes. And then up here, I'm going to finish garlicking my steaks. So it's going to take a few minutes, and when we get done with this, I'll come right back. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, everybody, we're back. Now, a couple things I forgot to show you guys. On the baby back ribs, we added some regular salt and some garlic powder to them. So just want to let you know what's going on. And in the burger mix, we added some A1 sauce, or no, we added a little bit of Worcestershire and a little bit of teriyaki. Not too much, that just gives it a better color. Okay, now, we've added our olive oil and our garlic to our steaks. So here's what we're going to do here. We're going to do this probably 3 at a time, that way it's easier. It's always a good idea to marinate or seasoning your stuff 1 at a time. That way it lets you know where you're at, and you don't have to second guess yourself if you added too much, too little. So right now we're going to be adding some fresh cracked black pepper on this. We're going to be using some salt. And a little bit of garlic powder. And we're going to repeat the process on the next 3. And you could see already, just the olive oil and the garlic alone do so much to these steaks. It really brings the flavor out of them, and it really just puts an extra tenderness into them. And it makes everything come out so much nicer. So again, we're just repeating our process. We got our pepper, we got our garlic powder, we got our salt. Salt. Okay. And we just got 2 more. We'll take care of these guys. Alright. Salt. Okay, and that's going to be it for our seasoning. Now we're going to need some sauce. So, Lee and Perrin. Well, actually, first, I'm using teriyaki sauce. Now, don't get stingy. You want to make sure that this touches every steak. Try to cover as much as you can. Now, again, I usually let all this stuff happen overnight, but last night was not a good night for us. We were a little busy. We were tied up. We went and visited some people. We were with the pastor, and I could not do it, so we're just doing it on a quick marination. I usually like to do it on a 12-15 hour marinade. So we got our teriyaki. We're using our Lee and Perrin. Oh, it's already starting to smell great. Yes. Again, you want to try to make sure that the sauce touches every steak. So we got our Lee and Perrin. Now we're going to add a little bit of A1. If I have any left, I usually buy the big bottle. I got stingy on myself today. Alright, we got our A1, and you can put a little 57. I don't like to put too much, but just enough, so very light 57. Alright, we're just going to do it like that. Now, once you got all your meat settled in and everything marinated, you want to give it a nice swish, and if you could rotate it, every couple hours, go in there, turn them over, that would be great. If you can't, no big deal. Just let them sit in there and let them do what they do. So, the first and most, not the most, but one of the most important parts of a barbecue is done. We got our mas seasoned. We got our steaks and our masa marinated. We got our burgers going. We got our baby back ribs wrapped up, ready to go. So we're going to stick everything in the icebox, and I will get back to you later on and show you what happens next. This is JoeTube. Thanks for watching. It's What's Going On. Okay, everybody, we're back and show you what's going on now. We're getting ready to start our fire. First of all, we use a charcoal barbecue pit. Now, I have nothing against gas. Gas grills are good, but me personally, for the taste, for flavor, for smoke, for heat, I like to use a charcoal fire pit. Now, I'll show you what we got going on. We use Kingsford Mesquite Barbecue. Charcoal briquettes, whatever they're called. Anyway, it's always a good idea, buy the name brand. They burn longer, they burn cleaner. So, Kingsford Mesquite charcoals. The mesquite adds a wonderful flavor, taste, and nice smoke to the barbecue. So that being said, we're going to start our fire and get this barbecue rolling.
I got fired.
Alright, we got our fire burning. We'll be back in a minute and show you what happens after this.
What?
Okay, we're back. So our fire started and it's calming down a little bit. Now at this point, we need to do something here. We have our tomatoes. And in here we have some chopped garlic with olive oil. So we're going to roast that too. Now, every grill master knows that the one key to chile mole is to make sure your tomatoes are extra well done, even on the verge of black. That's why I'm putting these tomatoes on first, and they go on so early, because the darker the tomatoes come out, the darker the chile mole comes out. Some people like their chile mole a little bit red, a little bit tangy, wild. I don't. I like mine dark, cooked, rich, ito. So we'll show you how it comes out. So right now we got our tomatoes, our garlic, our fire's just starting, and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, we're back. We're still cooking our tomatoes, and what we've done, we added a few hot dogs on for the kids, and we've added our serrano peppers on there. Now when you're cooking your peppers, you don't want to cook them too light because they'll be too ito, and you don't want to cook them too long because then they'll be dead. So you got to time them just right, get them to a nice color where you know they're cooked through and through. And we got a few different hot dogs on the grill today, but one of them is our Johnsonville cheddar cheese dog with the cheese in there. I'll zoom in a little bit. You can see the cheese bubbling, cooking inside of them. They're pretty good. So, our tomatoes are still cooking. Our peppers are on the fire. Our ribs are on the fire. We got a couple hot dogs for the kids. Tomatoes are starting to turn black, so we'll get back in a minute. So right now we've added some Hickory Farms beef kielbasi. We've added a few slabs of bacon, and I'm going to show you what's going to go on with that in a minute. We're going to be doing something pretty neat here. The kielbasi, we don't want it to overcook. You just want to cook it lightly, a few minutes on each side. The bacon, well, I don't have to tell you what bacon does on a fire, so you got to keep your eye on that. And I'll show you what happens here in a minute. We'll get back. I just want to show you guys, this is our tomatoes, our peppers. This is the before. We'll get the after in a minute, but look how black those tomatoes are. That makes good chile mole. And I want to say hello. Gachase mamyada. This woman taught me everything I know when it comes to cooking, haikiraimos, and seasoning, and marinade. So I just want to say thank you to the mamyada, and she's going to join us tonight for our barbecue. Hello?
Hello.
All right. We'll come back.